here for you. Fox 4 News starts now.
Hello, I'm Dan Godwin with a look at what's making news in North Texas. Investigators have released new information and the name of the man accused of wounding a Tarrant County sheriff's deputy during a shootout at a credit union in Fort Worth. Deputy Brent Brown was working off-duty and in uniform at a credit union on Brentwood Stair Road in East Fort Worth when yesterday's shootout happened. Investigators say Leland Williams pulled a gun on a bank teller, then fired at Deputy Brown. The deputy fired back. Williams was shot in the foot and took off. He was tracked down in a neighborhood nearby. Deputy Brown was shot in the upper chest and lower abdomen and is expected to recover. Williams is charged with attempted capital murder. In Fannin County, northeast of Dallas, the search continues for two inmates who escaped over the weekend. Raymond Ross and Ramon Perez have not been seen since they broke out of their cell Saturday night. Ross was charged with evading police as well as weapons and drug charges. Perez is accused of sexually assaulting a child. Both were wearing gray sweatpants when they escaped. They were believed to be headed east. The sheriff's office has video of the escape but has not released it.
They were able to get from their cell into a inner part of the upper part of the building and were able to find their way out.
Have you guys had any run-ins with them in the past?
Both, I think, are local, so we do have an extensive history with them.
The escapees are not believed to be armed, and investigators say there is no major threat to the community, but they urge anyone who sees them to call police and not confront them yourself. A Southwest Airlines passenger was arrested after opening an emergency exit door and leaving the plane. It happened Sunday night at New Orleans International Airport. The passenger ran out onto the wing before the plane could take off on its way to Atlanta. He then tried to drive away in a service vehicle before being stopped. He was taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation and could face federal charges. The flight took off about 3 hours later than scheduled. The Texas Supreme Court heard oral arguments today in a lawsuit challenging the state's abortion laws. A group of 20 women and 2 doctors sued the state. The women claim they were denied abortions despite dangerous pregnancy complications, and the 2 doctors say they struggle to practice medicine under the state's abortion ban. The lawsuit seeks to clearly outline the medical exceptions that allow patients to terminate a pregnancy. In August, the plaintiffs won an injunction from a district court judge. Attorney General Ken Paxton appealed, sending the case to the state Supreme Court. Attorneys for the state argued this morning there are provisions in state law that allow doctors to make judgment calls when the health of the mother is at risk. The city of Plano decided for now it won't take up a proposal to give more freedom to companies that use drones to make deliveries. A city council committee earlier recommended changing zoning to allow commercial drone delivery hubs to operate in Plano. The hubs would have to follow regulations, including a requirement they be shielded by 8-foot walls. The council last night decided to table this discussion until late February. A vote was initially set for last month, but was pushed back because of concerns from the drone delivery industry.
It's not common necessarily for municipalities to pass ordinances like that. I believe Plano might be the first in Texas to do so. That does not necessarily, there's nothing wrong with being number one, but given the fact that you would be number one, we think it's important to work together with you on this.
The question of regulation came up after the owner of delivery company Drone Up asked to operate in the city. It's currently operating in a Walmart in Plano without a permit. A group that honors military veterans needs your help with a big project. Wreaths Across America says it needs thousands of wreaths to place in military cemeteries here in the DFW area and across the country. The goal is to place more than 54,000 wreaths on grave markers, but the organization is only 2/3 of the way there. It still needs sponsors for 18,000 more wreaths to reach its goal.
having a wreath put on the graves out here is a symbol of hope, and it's a remembrance of all of these veterans that gave so much for us, whether they gave a portion of their life for us or their life.
Today is the last day to sponsor a wreath before volunteers begin setting them out on December 16th. If you'd like to support the effort, we have a link on our website, fox4news.com. The Dallas Zoo announced a new CEO after a nationwide search. Lisa New will take over the role after serving as the president and CEO of the zoo in Knoxville, Tennessee for the past 10 years. She will be the first female leader of the zoo in its 135-year history. She also currently serves as the chairperson of the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. The zoo says New will start on January 15th. Shoppers were on track to spend $12.4 billion for Cyber Monday, capping off a stronger than expected weekend of deals and sales. The estimate was revised upward after Friday's shopping numbers were better than expected. Experts say buy now, pay later features help shoppers stretch budgets that are spread thin by inflation. More shoppers also used new low-cost online retailers like Temu and Shein. Total online sales for November and December are projected to reach $228 billion. That would be a nearly 5% increase over last year. Nonprofit groups in North Texas and across the country will get the chance to catch up today as they look to keep going amidst a decline in donations. It is Giving Tuesday. The tradition began on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving back in 2012. It has grown into one of the biggest fundraising dates of the year. Americans are encouraged to donate to a variety of charities, both locally and nationally. The Toys for Tots tour across North Texas kicks off today in Red Oak, south of Dallas. Fox 4 and the U.S. Marine Corps Reserves is inviting you to drop off a new unwrapped toy at Red Oak High School. You can come out starting at 5 p.m. until 10 this evening. If you aren't near Red Oak, you can find a donation site near you by going to our website, fox4news.com. You can also donate money by scanning the QR code on your screen with your smartphone. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is preparing to play the Seahawks Thursday and talking about getting ready to be a father in the offseason. We'll hear from him next.
Our next storm system on the way Thursday. We'll have the details coming up.
Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott says he's excited about a role he'll soon be taking on, being a girl dad. Dak made his first public comments yesterday since confirming he's about to be a father. He showed off his girlfriend's baby bump on social media a few days ago, saying he is beyond blessed. It will be the 30-year-old's first child. Prescott says he knows raising her will not always be a walk in the park, but he feels ready.
I actually wanted a girl. Part of it, I think, was just not to get excited for a boy, you know. But no, I did wanted a girl. Blessed, thankful. Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone knows what my mom means to me, you know what I mean? So just being able to, be able to raise a little girl I'm excited about, excited for all the challenges. I know it's not going to be easy, especially being my daughter.
And the Cowboys will face the Seattle Seahawks Thursday night here on Fox 4. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 with free-for-all kickoff set for just after 7 p.m. Then stay with Fox 4 after the game for highlights and reaction from AT&T Stadium.
Well, the next big thing we're looking at is showers and storms likely on Thursday as a storm system moves across the south, including the state of Texas. We do dry out Friday, but then heading into this weekend, we will see another opportunity for some showers and storms once again. You can see the system coming out of the Pacific today. By the time we get into Wednesday and Thursday, here it is coming out of the desert Southwest. Out ahead of it, low pressure expected to develop, and with that, showers and some thunderstorms as well. The low actually tracking pretty close to us over in North Texas, but the severe threat should stay off to our south, though we should once again get some much needed rain as this system passes us by. You can see from the Storm Prediction Center did the Texas wide shot. No severe threat here in North Texas, but along the Gulf Coast from portions of south central Louisiana into South Texas, including Houston, that's where the severe risk will be heading into Thursday, and we'll certainly be monitoring for any changes. In the meantime, a fairly mild November afternoon, 56 right now at DFW, and most of the country pretty cool, widespread 50s, even some teens up there in the Great Lakes region. The only spot that's kind of warm is down in South Florida, Miami, hanging out at 74 degrees. As far as our weather goes today, back up into the lower 60s. We'll go 61 here at DFW. Lots of sun expected. May see some mid-60s far off to the west. But all in all, a beautiful day. Lots of sun expected. But I think as we head into the nighttime hours, we will begin to see those clouds on the increase. And they'll continue increasing into Wednesday as well. Partly cloudy to start off the day. But as we head into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening, I do expect us to turn more on the cloudy side. And by the time you wake up on Thursday, we'll likely be talking about scattered showers and maybe some thunderstorms breaking out as well. These continue to increase in coverage and intensity as we head into Thursday afternoon and into Thursday night before moving on out. Now, the big question is will the rain be out of here by the time the Cowboys game starts? Trending that way, but I think we need to get a little bit closer before we make that call. Either way, plan on dealing with some rain on Thursday. As far as how much rain we might see, here's the European model, generally calling for about a half an inch to an inch of rain, though some isolated spots could end up with a little bit more rain than that. Here's a look at those lows over the next several days. 39 tomorrow morning, so one more chilly morning, but then we're back up into the 50s ahead of that system on Thursday, and then we're pretty close to average heading into the weekend with lows in the mid-40s. During the day, same thing, pretty close to average over the next week or so with those high temperatures hovering in the low to mid-60s. So looking at that 7-day forecast, sunny today, enjoy it. Increasing clouds on Wednesday. Thursday going to be stormy at times as that system moves by. Though, like I said, severe risk should stay to our south. As far as Friday goes, mostly cloudy. There'll be another opportunity for a few showers on Saturday. But beyond that, heading into Sunday and into next week, mix of sun and clouds. High temperatures staying in the mid-60s and lows at night in the 40s.
All right, thanks, Dylan. And that's a look at what's making news in North Texas. Of course, for news anytime, just go to fox4news.com.